All that you take to be real can be questioned.
How is that we can do so many other things that are so difficult, like for example go to the moon or things like that, but we cannot reach ourselves?
Yes, yes. I would put it down to this thing. The conditioning, education, habits that grew up with this body and the belief in them. And when you believe something to be true, it's as though you never question it anymore. You accept that this is like this. And some are so subtle, you're not even aware at the point at which you have accepted them. It's as though a kind of osmosis, a kind of absorption took place, and you're not quite aware of how much of this you have taken in. And so this becomes a part of the environment that you consider to be you, your own self. But somehow what we are, the way in which we perceive after this is also shaped by the influence of these conditioning inside our being, what you have accepted. So, in some way, living alongside other human beings who have different points of view, you see, constantly challenges whether your perspective is true or not. And we come to see that we are living in a world that is very, very selective, very much shaped by your moods, your attachments, your dreams, where you grew up, what you have believed, what you accept, and so on. And that there is nothing that can be said to be really objective about it, actually. And in the same way that nobody can share your dream, it's a unique world experience for you. In a similar way, no one can share your waking reality, your waking life, the way that you perceive it. It's a very unique construction. So what then is true? Because sometimes we are feeling that our perception, the way we perceive the world, is a fact. And then somehow you grew up with people even from your own environment also, and you see they have very different outlook from you. So you stand a chance of coming to see that actually perhaps the way in which I'm perceiving life is not factual, not actual. It's only as I perceive it, shaped upon my conditioning. So it's not dependable. So is there something beyond this apparent reality that you take to be real, which you call your life even? So something must be stirring within you to somehow turn the attention away from the mundane and the familiar to look a bit more beyond what you presently take to be real. Something is causing this turn of attention. It can be that it's the outcome of an accident or something, or the passing away of someone who is close to you, or just merely that someone gives you a book or something like this, and a deeper reflection comes to you. You start to think a bit more and perhaps begin to see that all that you take to be real can be questioned. And sometimes in the questioning of this, fear comes up, because in being challenged, your concepts about life being challenged, sometimes it brings up uncertainties for you. But you're not on your own somehow. Sometimes I completely trust in the life wherever it brings you at any particular point. But if there is that urge, that urgency, and I would say even this sense of urgency is not created by yourself. Something stirs within you, and one finds that they are thinking constantly about this subject, trying to get beyond your doubts or your feelings about it. And somehow life brings you to the next opportunity of going deeper with this.
Who is bringing you? Who is life?
Life, you are also life. Your life also, and somehow when it is ready, it seems, to refine itself more deeply, it causes some movement to come into play. This is how I can best express it at this moment.
So is it ourselves, really?
Yes, it is
Is a
ourselves.
process inside ourselves that
Yes, it is a process inside yourself.
is nothing that someone is looking at us from the outside and saying, okay, you are ready, so you're going to go to the next step.
You know, it can be seen like that, and that may not itself be injurious either. It depends on your outlook. You can put it like that. There are many ways you can see. And it's not that one, you know, is really the right way. Maybe for you, for a while, it might seem that some power external to yourself is causing some movements, is somehow sending grace to you in some form. It can be perceived like that, and that may not be injurious to you. Or it may be that somehow you feel that somehow something inside me, inside my own being, is moving and causing somehow a shift of attention. It doesn't matter whichever way you see it. It could be that you feel that through praying to the sense of a supreme being also brings about some change. It could be that you believe in a mantra, for instance, and you feel that through this mantra somehow brings a deeper insight, and that also works for you. I cannot prescribe one thing and say, oh, it has to be like this. All this is the capacity and potential within ourselves. And each one has their own unique temperament. And according to your temperament, through this avenue you will come to know. All that you take to be real can be questioned.